Hi, welcome back to another segment of Veterans Did You Know? Dave Eling with the Muskegon County Department of Veterans Affairs and Veterans Service Center. Today's topic, we're talking about employment. Vets returning home and looking for a job and trying to get employed and transferring those skills that the military gave them, whether they asked for them or not, into the civilian world, and then talking to the civilian world, to the employers, about the advantages and reasons that they should hire a vet. And the two gentlemen I have with me today is Norris, Ellis, and Jesse Mikelse, and that's what their jobs are. They work, they're veteran employment specialists, but they each have a kind of a little niche. And Norris, you're called a DVOW, and that's a Disabled Veterans Outreach Person or Program, okay? Yep. And so tell me what your part of the phase is with the vets then, so we can kind of clear it there.
Yeah, like in many occasions, our job do sort of merge together and sort of carry over the barrier. But me as the Disabled Veteran Outreach Worker, my primary mission is outreach to the veteran, okay? Working with veterans that have barriers to employment, and to help that veteran eliminate those barriers to employment, to make them more employable, to become employed.
And what are some of the barriers that you run into that, that they're pretty common?
Well, many of our men and women coming in from the war zone, the PTSD, the TBI, what we do is, when he comes to us and he's evaluated, we do what you call a refer to supportive services. Mm-hmm. And our main office is in Battle Creek. We get that veteran help, him or her. So by helping them to take care of those issues about what may have happened over there, when they come back here, they're ready to enter the employment world.
And I think that's a phrase we throw out there, is work ready.
Work ready.
Is that individual doesn't do any good to send to you if they're carrying a lot of baggage on their back,
Absolutely
whether it be physical or mental or whatever they got going on with them. So the thing is to grab them first and ensure that if they need some treatment, or for whether physical or psychological, we get that for them, and make sure that if we send you out there, you're going to stay out there. You're going to stay. You're not going to be halfway through and say, "Oh man, this thing is acting up. This has happened to me." And then try to unwind all that stuff. So that's a big barrier, and that's part of the veterans' responsibility also, is to, if you hook up with these guys and they're going to get you in with all the supportive services that you need. We have a VA clinic right here. We have all kinds of programs that get you in, number one, if you are service-connected disabled, and get you that disability, because that actually gets the employer more money if they hire you and you got slight disabilities and stuff. But the bottom line, you're being treated and you are work ready.
Absolutely.
You're going to be into a position where you're going to stay and not lose that job because of what's going on with you. You didn't check it, so getting them work ready.
While we are obligated to the veteran, we also have an obligation to that employer.
That's right.
And to send him a competent, as you stated, work-ready veteran.
Yeah, and we touched on that female veteran. A lot of people don't even realize that, but I think 14% of the fighting force in Iraq, and I say fighting force because everybody over there in Iraq and Afghanistan, I don't care if you're a clerk typist or you're a medic or you're a frontline guy or gal, whatever the case is, you're a target. The war was all around you. I mean, the minute you stepped in that vehicle, you didn't know if somebody's going to try to blow you up. They didn't care what race you were, what sex you were, what rank you were. You're an American, end of discussion. So these are combat veterans who are coming back, and female. 14% of the population was female, and so they're coming back, but they're looking for jobs too. Absolutely. They've been trained in the military to take on some highly sophisticated jobs and be in charge of a lot of people and management and whatever else, and they come back and they want to get back into the workforce at that level. Now, I don't want to be down here starting at the bottom someplace. I've come back with a lot of training under their belts, and that's where they want to enter. But so there's women who we need to deal with there and make them ready also to get hired. So the employer, by contacting you, and then before you send somebody out to that employer, you're going to meet with the employer and find out what are you looking for? What do you want from your employees?
Absolutely. The objective is to send a person to a company who is employable and ready to go to work. It does no one any good to send someone out there to a company and he's not mentally or physically, or he has other barriers. Maybe he have a transportation issue. It does none of us any good to send this person to an employer, then he can't get to work.
Yeah. Or you didn't have the right equipment to work with.
Whether it's shoes or clothes, whatever that individual needs. If it's a male and female, child care. So all those are barriers, and my job as a DVOW, Disabled Veteran Outreach Worker, is to help that person eliminate those barriers so he or she can be a productive employee.
I think a lot of employers, too, have gone to a lot of the temp agencies simply because they've done away with their personnel sections, because those individuals used to work and do that screening. Well, this is what you do for them. If the shop is looking for somebody who can repair computers, you don't send them 10 people who have CDLs. You guys say, well, you're a heck of a truck driver, but you know what? Can you work on this? I don't even know what that is. That's but the one you wasted my time, your time, whatever else time. So a lot of times you're going to others, but you're going to do that. You're going to screen an individual, and by talking to the employer, you say, "What? Tell me what you want. Tell me what positions you have open, and what do you want to see, and I'll send you individuals that are ready to take those jobs." That's what your promise you can make to them, or.
But when that veteran, first of all, is sitting in front of me, I'm doing an evaluation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at them from the top of the head to the
What do you
bottom
look
of the
like?
feet.
Yeah, you looking scruffy? You looking squared away, or whatever?
Right. And also, I'm trained. I look at certain signs. Sometimes I get veterans who come into me who don't realize that they have issues.
Yeah.
And then, and try, utilize a little tact. I may lead them to something. And I think, you know what? Maybe we should give this person a call. I want to set up an appointment, which I do that right then and there in front of the veteran. Get him in to see whoever he or she needs to see.
Now, how many have we seen? Like, a guy or gal will come in and said, "How's it going with you?" "Well, I'm unemployed again. Or I'm laid off." "Okay, how's that work? What happened?" I said, "I'm on the 4th time." I said, "If you got laid off or lost your job 4 times in 8 months, something's wrong.
Something is wrong.
Something's wrong here. We're going to sit back and see what happened. And employers maybe just let you go without telling you to your face what was going on. So we need to find out what it is that you're not really work ready or job ready.
Absolutely.
You're not really, and we can fix that and send you back out there, and you're going to stay. You're not going to get discouraged by having a job and losing it, and having a job and losing it, and then just giving up and stuff.
And what I can ensure to an employer, when I refer a veteran to a company, that veteran is work ready.
Yeah. So again, if you're an employer out there and you're looking for some good employees, if you give Norris a call, he'll come to your place of business, and he'll sit down with you, and you tell him what it is you're looking for, what kind of employee you want, what kind of skills you'd like to see in that individual. And I believe me, we have veterans that have all those skills or have those skills, and we'll sort them out for you and send you the best that we got, and everybody's happy by that. And plus, there might be some money in it as a tax break incentive for hiring that individual. Again, there's what we say up to $5,000 if they're a vet, and maybe up to $9,000 if a disabled vet. And disabled vet doesn't mean that you're a basket case. You're gonna, you're not gonna be able to handle anything or do anything. Disabled, you can be anything. Yeah, something simple with you, whatever that you're fine with. You got a lot of employees that are working for you that have ailments, medical and physical both, and are top-notch employees. And the same is what they're going to send out for you. They may come with disabilities, but they're workable and they're employable. And that's the bottom line. These individuals are employable.
That is very important there. Like because the vet is classified as a disabled veteran does not mean that he or she is unemployable.
I'm disabled, and you are too, right?
I am
and
too.
You are too, right?
Yep.
And we're pretty well. Well, one out of 3 of us isn't bad. And I'll let you figure out who's the most normal here as we're going through this. But that's just the point of it. All 3 of us have disabilities. We're classified. We're all members of Disabled American Veterans, and we're pretty well functional. We're doing a pretty good job. The people that hired us were real smart, and they got their money's worth, didn't they? I think so. I tell my bosses that all the time. Every time I ask for a raise, they laugh at me. But I don't.
And Jesse, while our job are similar, there are differences. And Jesse's a leaver.
Yep. I'm what they call an LVER, leaver, a local veterans employment representative.
Don't you like all these acronyms? The government
You gotta love them.
Yeah,
they're confusing.
Yeah, the more you put on there, the much bigger your title is. The more you had, deval
Give me
and
an
lever.
extra
Yes,
letter.
that's right.
Come on.
No extra pay though. I tried that. Doesn't work. That's right. So you're a lever. So
Yes. Well, the main focus. My job has twofold. And the larger portion of what I do is go out and actively work with local area businesses and agencies. And when I'm going out and working with the local area businesses, for one, is to promote the hiring of veterans. And what I'm looking at is to see if there's to really kind of drill down and to see what that company needs or what that employer needs.
yeah, the deal. You're saying that basic, okay?
And so when I'm talking to them, it's, what is the culture like at the company? Because I don't want to send somebody that wouldn't fit into that culture, and I'm not going to call Norris up and say, "Hey, do you have someone that would fit this what this company needs?" If there's a high turnover rate within the company, It's kind of like exploring, why is there a high turnover
exactly.
rate?
Yeah.
You know,
You might give them some insight as to why they're losing a lot of their employees.
Yep.
What's going on here within?
You know, it could be that. Well, maybe they are using a staffing agency, or maybe they're throwing a job ad out there, and they're just hiring whoever walks into the door first.
Yeah.
They call it revolving doors sometimes.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh, yeah.
And so, in exploring those ideas, why is it that we have this turnover rate, or is there something that we could do to improve so that we have a higher retention rate? I think you'll find that if you hire a veteran, they're going to stick around. You treat them right, they'll work hard for you.
Commitment.
Yep, that's just it. It's commitment.
Okay. So do you do the same thing? Do you interview the veteran yourself then also?
I do.
Yeah.
The veteran population that I work with are recently separated veterans, and those are any veterans that have been released from active duty service, or if they're National Guard reservists, Title 10 orders in the last 36 months.
Okay. And yours was any vet. You'll go back to I guess it's old guys, that disabled kind of say. Okay. So your area of coverage is, if I'm sitting and watching this on Channel 97, or I'm watching this on uplinks to VDYK Veterans, did you know out there on the cyberspace out there? What do I want to say? What's the name of that? YouTube. Thank you, sir. YouTube. Do you see how that came to me? YouTube. We're out there on YouTube. So if somebody sees this and they live up in Manistee, or they live in northern Ottawa County, how far do you guys cover? What is your geographical area?
Well, we are strategically stationed throughout the state of Michigan.
So there's one of you guys in many locations throughout the state. Okay.
So, if that person in Manistee who's watching this program, if he see either my name or just a name and give us a call, we can locate him to the nearest vet rep closer to him.
Okay, so you guys mainly cover Muskegon County, Ottawa, Northern Oceana?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I have a little bit broader area by virtue of what I do with the businesses. I cover a 7-county area, which is Muskegon, Oceana, Mason, Lake, Osceola, Mecosta, and Newego.
They didn't give you Ottawa, because Ottawa's got the highest unemployment rate, lowest unemployment rate, don't they?
I'm not sure if they do or not. I haven't looked at this month's records.
They usually are a little bit lower than we are and stuff, so they get them down.
Jim Stelter is down there.
Ottawa County.
Another thing that either Norris or myself could help you with too, if you are a veteran of a Michigan veteran, and you're looking at going out of state, and you're looking to work with somebody like Norris or I, Veterans Employment Representatives are stationed throughout all the states.
This is a federal position.
This is a federal position.
Even though you're state employees, the federal government goes to the state and says, hire these individuals, but
we have connections to every single Veterans Employment Rep across the state. We can give you their locations and their phone numbers.
Every state have one of us.
We don't mind if but as veterans, we don't mind if you move to another county, but we don't want you to leave the state. We need to stay here in Michigan. All right, so we got to take another quick break here, and we'll be back for another segment. So stay tuned with us. Got some more information here for you. Thank you.